The road cycling series has just completed its 19th event, the last one being the Tshwane Diamond Classic. This weekend is going to be the 20th event, and it is the Crematot Cycling Classic. There's been quite a bit of shifting in the overall series, but let's just recap on who's leading those point series. In the overall elite men and under 23, we have Mark Pritson leading the overall series just ahead of Jason Oosthuizen. Mark has 81 points. In second place, Jason Oosthuizen with 64 points. In the under 23 elite ladies, we have Liesel Jordan tied with Tiffany Keep. Joanna van der Winkel from Sandton City in third place there with 27 points. Overall junior men, we have Christian Klopper from Team TEG with 78 points. Just behind him, we have Travis Stedman with 75 points. Coming up towards their SA champs as well, so still a very close contested competition. In the VA men, we have Adolf Kricher from Team Karenbeef still leading the VA men by quite a long way since the beginning of the year. Alex Pavlov moving up, taking over Ergon Campbell. He now moves up to 5th position from Northcliffe Cycles. Still a very closely, very competitive age category. Tace Oosthuizen leading the VB men with 66 points. David Labuskachny from Bestmed Racing, his teammate, gaining a few points in the Diamond Tshwane Classic and looks to be closing the gap, but Tace Oosthuizen still has quite a big substantial gap over his teammate David. The best young rider, still Mark Pritson from Officeku Racing under 23. Jason Oosthuizen in second place. Alexander Vorsdale overtaking his teammate to go from 6th place to 5th place. That's possibly due to his points that he gained at the Tshwane Diamond Classic. Mark Pritson has recently gone to Europe. He's racing in Spain. His team has released him, so he might see himself falling a little bit down the ranks in the next couple of months due to not participating on the local racing scene. Tiffany Keep leading the overall under 23 ladies with 165 points, a great up-and-coming talent. Just trailing behind her is Zilda Britt with 150 points, a very closely contended category at this stage. Stephen van Heerden from Team Enza still leading the one-day classics category, ahead of a joint second with Kent Main and Jason Oosthuizen, both with 11 points. Still 6 points behind Stephen van Heerden. Stephen now in America currently racing track. Mark Pritson, Jade Julius and Nolan Hoffman moving down a position after the Diamond Classic, probably due to them not getting any results over the weekend, but I'm sure we'll see them come back over the next couple of races. One Day Classics Junior Men, we see Damon Forsheer moving up 2 placings. Dion Fritz from TEG Racing still leading that competition, but it's very, very close. 1 point separating first and second. Tiano Da Silva dropping down a position from Team Pro Touch Wanderers Club. That's a good sign for Damon Forsheer ahead of the Junior SA Champs, which will be happening in a couple of weeks' time. Our next event in the series will be this weekend. It is the Crematot Classic. Last year, the elite men's race was a full lap of 175 kilometers. We caught up with Calvin Bienica, who was runner-up in last year's Crematot Classic, and this is what he had to say about the event. And this weekend is the Crematot race, event number 20 in the road cycling series. Calvin, how's the form, how's the condition? You looking forward to the race?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to the Crematot. It's one of my favorite events to do. It's really got a nice vibe and atmosphere, both for professional riders and for non-professional riders. Their event is obviously a bit different to ours, but we both get to enjoy the day afterwards with a nice potjie and a langarm at the end. Last year I was second place. Different team last year, different roles and objectives. Last year the race split up the first hill with the King of the Mountains. Another break formed out on the flats in the middle of the wind, and then there was another hill at the end of the race where about 8 of us went away last year, and Mark taking the win out of the sprint out of the 8 guys. Looking forward to the same result this year, but definitely on the top step for me or for one of my teammates.
175 kilometers is cut up into 4 stages. Last year they changed it for the elites and the under 23s. Did you prefer that format of racing, or did you prefer it when it was broken up into the 4 stages?
As being a professional, we do prefer the professional format instead of it being a once-off.
Last year you rode for Team ACDC Duso. You started out the year with that team, ACDC Duso, and you have taken the jump onto Team Pro Touch. How did that all plan out? What is the reason for that transition?
Pro Touch have given a really good opportunity for us riders to still try and get across into the UCI events, and getting South Africa as the #1 spot in the Africa Continental. Seeing this opportunity and being able to reach my dreams and goals, this is my chance to do it, so I'm taking the opportunity when it's
Calvin, is there any advice you would give to the non-professional riders on how to take it stage by stage?
I'd say take it easy, steady, enjoy the event, enjoy the vibes, talk to your friends and that. Enjoy the sunrise and the sunset, and then I'll see you at the Porky course.
Moving one step above, South Africa's road cycling series, looking deeper into the UCI Africa Tour rankings. Something very exciting to see that's happened this last week. Team Pro Touch has moved into the #1 continental team in Africa, overtaking Team Benediction from Rwanda. This is so exciting to see, and let's hope that Team Pro Touch have a good enough racing calendar moving into the second half of the season to maintain that #1 spot. Team Benediction have been dominating that #1 spot for the good part of this year and last year. It's great to see someone taking on the challenge and competing against the bigger, more established teams in Africa. Team TEG, another South African continental team, in 4th place with 91 points. South Africa is still on top of the nation rankings with 2,634 points. Eritrea in 2nd, Algeria in 3rd, Rwanda in 4th, and Morocco in 5th. We can't get too complacent at this stage, as we've all heard that Mahawi Kudus from Team Astana is looking to put in a good performance at the Tour de France. With all those UCI points up for grabs, we could maybe see Eritrea bounce back and start to challenge us for that #1 position. So shout out to all the South Africans competing in UCI events. We need them to snap up those positions and gain UCI points for the nation. This is Daryl Impey telling us just exactly why that UCI ranking is so important.
The whole way the Olympic spots are allocated is we need points to do. The only way we can get a lot of points is by gaining points in the African circuit. So we need the young guys to go there and to be able to get results. So we're putting a lot of faith in them too to go there and get results and hopefully get us enough spots for the Olympic Games.
Yeah, and the Commonwealth, I guess, as well.
Well, Commonwealth, that's still a while away though.
Oh, it is, that's true.
Looking at the individual rankings in terms of UCI points, we can see Daryl Impey is still way ahead there with 1,254 points, ahead of Ryan Gibbons with 535 points. The nation ranking is calculated by the top 8 riders with UCI points in a specific nation. So there we can see the top 8 riders that make up our nation rankings points. We can see Jay Julius, Ken Main and Clint Hendricks among some of the World Tour riders who are contributing to that overall nation ranking.